Hey everybody, welcome to Coast Life episode 2. I am your host, Monica Chan.
And I'm Kevin Mendizábal. And today we have a couple of videos for you guys to see. Yeah, if you guys didn't know, it's the Mavericks.
What? No way,
Yep.
already?
Started November 1st, dates are up. And set, so we talked to Brian Overfelt, who I think you've spoke to before.
Yes,
correct?
I know Brian Overfelt. I interviewed him several years ago at the Old Princeton Landing, which he owns. So this is a surfer bar in Half Moon Bay.
Oh,
and
cool.
The ceiling is lined with surfboards, literally. You can get lots of beers on tap, you can play pool.
Oh, awesome.
And there's entertainment. There's great music, there's reggae, there's hip hop, rap, anything.
Yeah,
Great entertainment.
That's awesome. A place that has like such a diverse, I guess entertainment is awesome just because you're gonna appeal to like so many different people. And like you've been
Exactly.
there for what, like a reggae band?
I've been there for a lot of different events.
Yeah, you said reggae and like a freestyle battle.
Yeah, there's like
that
a
was
rap
cool.
battle.
Yeah,
That was actually a lot of fun that night.
Yeah, that's cool that they always mix it up. But yeah, so Brian, I guess, helps with like organizing the Mavericks. So yeah, we got a chance to talk to him, and we also show you a little bit of the opening ceremony for the Mavericks.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Do you think you'll go to Mavericks?
I definitely want to go this year. I've been here for like 4 years, and I've always known about the Mavericks. I've known it's been in Half Moon Bay, and it's like super close. But I've always had prior obligations to it, like work.
Yeah.
And so no, not this year. This year I'm definitely gonna go see it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yay.
It'll be scary.
Cool.
Yeah. Just.
Oh, yeah. It is a scary event. I wouldn't want to be there.
Ooh,
I mean,
no.
the waves are killer.
Seriously.
They can take you down like that.
Yeah, no, you have to be like a true athlete to like go there. And like I was like online looking at like some of the requirements for the surfers.
Yeah.
And oh my God, like they go on and on how you have to be like in peak physical performance. You have to have been like surfing big waves for like the longest time. There's also like a right attitude for it too.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you have to have a certain attitude to do it.
I know. I mean, every surfer that I meet is very down to earth, peaceful.
Yeah.
How would you describe a typical surfer?
I feel like surfers, they're content with their life because they know. A lot of people don't really know where to go, what to do. But surfers, they find what they love, they do it, and
they just go with the flow of the waves.
Yeah,
they
you
flow
have
with
to.
the water.
Yeah.
Life has many ups and downs, and they just ride out the waves.
Definitely, you guys just gotta go with the flow.
Yeah. Anyways, do you want to check out the interview with Brian?
Yeah, let's go to the video. Video?
Martin and I here with you live, and I have a special guest. If you would, sir, tell everybody your name.
Brian Overfelt.
All right, Brian. Now, for those people that don't know, help me out. I know you've got a long list of stuff that you do. You're a busy guy, but tell me some of your businesses and what you do here in town locally.
First and foremost, my mother, my brother, and I, we took over the Old Princeton Landing 5 years ago, and we just sort of made it a little bit nicer, put in a nice restaurant where we like to serve.
It's gorgeous, man. It's gorgeous.
Dock to dish, ranch to restaurant, farm to fork, and we have live music and we do sports, and so that's kind of my base in El Granada there, is running the Old Princeton Landing.
So, in addition to those things, you're also, I understand, part and parcel of this Titans of Mavericks program.
Absolutely. Jeff Clark and I, and Jeff's wife Cassandra, along with Cartel Management with Griffin Guest and Brian Waters, and with our Committee 5 with Ion Banner, Sean Rhodes, Matt Ambrose, Daryl Verosco, and Jeff. They, along with all of us, we were just trying to run a real nice event for the community here with some of the best athletes in the world.
For those people that don't know, maybe, we get viewers from all over the world that are like, kind of tuning in and going, I'm interested in the Pacific Coast. I'm interested in San Mateo County, but I don't know what Mavericks are. If there's somebody out there that doesn't know, just for those folks, tell me, what is the Mavericks?
Mavericks is a sort of a wonder of the world. It's an underwater canyon. And when you get the big Alaskan swells that come out of Alaska and come out of the North Pacific, sometimes the West Pacific, and nowadays with El Nino, the South Pacific. But
hey, El Nino is supposed to be huge this year, right?
El Nino, our forecaster, Mark Sponsler, that does a lot of our big wave forecasting, pretty much all of our big wave forecasting, the models that he's showing us are so El Nino'd out that it doesn't make sense. They even think it might be a different event. The ocean is so warm and the El Nino effects are so prominent that, I mean, the water, surfing now, we don't even wear booties or hoods anymore. Right now, you're wearing a 4-3 wetsuit and you're too hot.
Wow.
The water's about 10 degrees warmer than it should be.
Wow.
El Nino's on its way, folks.
Yeah,
whatever is coming.
but that's going to mean big waves, right?
We're really hoping for a nice selection. You know, making the call. I've made the call a couple times, and it's a very, very difficult thing. I'll give you an example. The last contest we had 2 years ago, we were sitting around a table, and we have to give the boys enough time to get here, say from Africa. So we had a couple of boys at the airport coming out of South Africa.
Right.
And we had a beautiful swell coming. It was going to come no matter what. And all of a sudden, a marine layer out of nowhere creeps up out of the south, which is going to cause south winds and fog and rain. And Mavericks doesn't like. It's very dangerous when the winds come out of the south.
Right.
So we had half the team said, let's do it, and half the team said, let's not do it. And it was, we sat at a table.
Safety first, right? I mean, you got to think about that.
Well, it's a funny thought, right? Safety. Who's safe in 40-foot surf, right? But
yeah, and no real beach. I mean, you know, the closest thing you're to is jagged rocks, right? You know, it's not really you're not even near the beach.
To give Greg Long a lot of credit, who's one of the best big wave riders in the world, he was really concerned about the south winds whipping up, where you had Kenny Collins from Santa Cruz saying, let's just have this thing, man, let's just have it,
man.
But, you know, you're looking at guys that are concerned about a south wind whipping up staircase into the wave face, and if you've got stairways rolling up that wave face, you just don't need that extra added challenge.
So bottom line, for those of us like myself that are a little slow on the uptake, do we think that I mean, obviously, I mean, the warming of the waters, I mean, that could have some potential downside for a lot of marine life. But I mean, as far as just we're talking about with the surfing, do you think it's a good thing?
Last year, for example, we had one contestable day. It was December 20th. We didn't open the window until January 1st. This year, the window opens November 1st, in a couple weeks.
Oh, wow.
Last year, we didn't open until January 1st. There was one contestable day all year. It was December 20th, and we didn't hold it, and that was the only day we had. So what we're hoping with El Nino is more options.
Oh, more. Let's get down to brass tacks here. For those people who are interested in either just getting more information, or maybe there's some surfers out there that want to participate. I don't know if it's too late or not, but just somebody that wants to find out what's going on. How do they find you? How do they find Titans of Mavericks?
I can give you two good routes. You go to titansofmavericks.com.
Titansofmavericks.com. That should be easy.
Or stop on by the Old Princeton Landing, and I'll tell everything you want
to know.
Well,
there you go. You might even get a beer out of the deal.
Hey, I'm lucky. The boys all put their boards in my rafters. I've got about 35 guns made for Mavericks, big surfboards, as we call guns, and I'm very lucky and honored to the boys put sometimes they retire them and sign them off to me, and sometimes they leave them up there because those boards are so expensive to travel with because they're 9 to 10 feet long, and they leave them in my rafters, and you walk in my place and you just can feel that you can feel the history, and it's such a neat thing to see the equipment they use.
Martin and I here with you live.
Well, that was interesting.
Yeah, definitely learned a lot more about Mavericks.
Yeah.
Just talking to her, hearing Brian. No, I was in the back.
You were doing the controls, right?
Yeah, I was.
So you know a little bit about the athletic requirements for Mavericks, don't you?
I do, in a way. I mean, I'm not an expert. It's just I've seen the movie Chasing Mavericks about a local surfer here. I'm not sure if it was in Pacifica, but I know it was one of the coast, cities. And I know it's about him training for the Mavericks. And it's with Gerard Butler, if you haven't seen it.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
It's a good movie. It's definitely good, yeah.
I'm not a fan of Gerard Butler, but maybe I'll just see this movie just for Mavericks.
You should. Well, in the movie, he's training and he's going through if you want to do this, you have to just be in your, I was saying, just your peak physical shape. And he has to train his lungs. Because you have to be able to hold your breath underwater for a really long time. I think somewhere between 3 to 5 minutes.
Wow, can you do that?
I cannot. I think I can. I used to be able to do a minute. Now I think I'm at 45 seconds.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I would die.
I mean, I could imagine it would take a toll on your body being in Mavericks, and you'd have to prepare.
Yeah, no,
so
you're going at 40 miles per hour down that a wave that huge, and it's just thousands of pounds of water. Just if you one little misstep, you're done.
Speaking from personal experience, having been held down by a wave while surfing, it's not fun. You don't know what to do. You're practically helpless. So
like a rag doll.
Exactly, like a rag doll.
Yeah, and a lot of people die at the Mavericks not every year, but it is not uncommon for people to drown at this event. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you've seen pictures or videos from the location, but it's just a rock. There's no beach, so I mean, if you get caught, you're just slamming into this cliff.
No.
Yeah,
that is super dangerous.
Yeah, it's really, really scary, and you see people with who go out and tackle these waves, and some of them don't even do it with the life jacket, and that is just scary.
Yes. Yeah. Wow. It was interesting listening to Brian though and hearing
Yeah.
all of that.
Bring back good memories from the time you guys, talked.
Yeah, yeah, he's a great guy. Like I said, he owns the Old Princeton Landing in Half Moon Bay, which is a great surfer bar you guys should check out sometime.
Yeah, no, definitely go do it. I know
Yeah.
I will sometime now that I know about it, Like, I don't know a lot of spots.
Yeah, well, you told me that you were interested in going to Puerto 26, right?
27,
27,
yeah.
Puerto
yeah.
27.
It's a Peruvian restaurant. I love Peruvian food, and I haven't really found a restaurant up in San Francisco. I know there should be some, but I haven't really looked, and there's one right here at the corner. It's actually, just the corner of PCT, so maybe on my lunch break one day.
You should go out and have some pisco sours
Pisco.
with some oysters.
What's a pisco sour?
Pisco sours?
Yeah.
Oh, you don't know? Oh, so pisco is a Peruvian drink that they make, and there's egg whites at the top.
Oh, interesting.
It'll get you
Is
hammered.
But
it's
next
good.
question, is there alcohol in
It doesn't
it?
taste, it doesn't taste alcoholic, but it'll definitely get you hammered.
Oh, awesome. Yeah.
Yes.
I will definitely try that drink. If you guys go to Puerto 27, try the pisco sour.
Yeah, and the oysters are really fresh too, as I remember.
There you go, oysters.
Yes.
And also, my favorite dish from Peruvian food is it's called a lomo saltado. It's really, really, oh my God, so good. Simple, but very, very flavorful.
All right.
So,
We've got some stuff to try on the coast, you guys.
Yeah. So if you're not checking out the Mavericks, go try out these restaurants, you guys.
Definitely. Also, we have a previous Coast Life episode, La Costanera. Did you see that episode?
I think I did, yes.
It is a Peruvian place in Montera.
Oh.
Has amazing Peruvian food, amazing pisco sours, and they have Tuesdays happy hour all day. So definitely check that out Tuesdays
cool.
if you're in the area.
Oh, that's right. You did a little special and showed like some of their drinks, right? And
Exactly.
You
The
met
food. We interviewed the chef, Carlos Altamirena. I believe I said his name sort of correctly. But yeah, go check out that episode, and we reviewed La Costanera, and you can even sit outside on the fire pit right by the beach. So it's a
Nice.
great view.
That's awesome. Yeah,
Great
scenery's
date place.
Oh, there you go. I need more of those.
Yeah.
Can't keep going to the same spot,
No, gotta change it up a bit.
Someone's gonna catch on. Yeah, that always happens. You take someone to a cool spot, and then maybe they'll come back with their friends, and it's just awkward at that point.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Find some new places.
There
We'll
you go.
find some new places.
Old Princeton Landing.
Old Princeton
The
Landing.
OPL. That's
OPL.
I think I'll check that spot out. But yeah,
Yes.
so I think the next video is also Mavericks related, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's the opening ceremony, right?
Oh, I didn't know that there was an opening ceremony for this event. I don't really think, I just thought, hey, people go out here to surf, but I guess there's this, process and this thing to do, so
I guess there is.
it'll be cool to check it out.
Let's check it out.
Yeah. All right. All right. In just a couple seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think just like there's people on their surfboards and they go out.
And they
I'm
were
not gonna
holding
spoil the video.
hands.
Yeah.
That was just so peaceful.
Yeah. It's crazy.
The surfing history on this coast side is, it goes back a long, long way. The first time I surfed this place, I realized that it's a magical place and it's gonna be a part of me forever. And that day I was like, oh my God, this place is just gonna get so crazy. I hope someday I'm in a position to protect it and make sure that it's run the right direction with the right crew of guys. And I'm here, so I couldn't be more happy. And I'm just gonna say El Nino's coming, and I hope these guys just get bigger waves than we've ever gotten before.
First of all, picking these surfers is pretty difficult. The list of guys that, surf Charge Mavericks, it's nonstop. It just goes on and on. So picking these guys is pretty critical. We look at their passion and their commitment to Mavericks, number one, over and over the years coming up to Mavericks from wherever they live, Hawaii, San Diego, anywhere. To show their commitment towards Mavericks is probably number one what we look for with the C5. Number two would probably just be their professionalism in and out of the water, and their talent. Their talent in the water, these guys charge, and it's exciting to watch them surf, and they train nonstop. So these guys aren't just surfing small waves and then coming out here. They're training all year long so that when they do have that critical takedown or whatever, they can actually be calm and know that they're gonna come to the surface and feel good about that. So these guys are true athletes. I just want you guys to give them a round of applause.
So it's pretty critical, like the level of surfing is way up there.
They're gonna be blown away by the waves these guys ride and the amount of talent these guys have.
So it appears that a lot of the surfers were male,
They
but
were,
we did
yeah.
spot a couple females.
Yeah,
right?
and in the ceremony, I kind of pointed out some
Yeah.
like, oh, look, this girl right there. You can't really see her from like, you can make it out. She had long hair, and it's a girl. They're girls. They're not sexist.
All right, let's just making sure of that.
Yeah.
So I guess most of these surfers are from Hawaii, Alaska, and San Diego,
Oh,
right?
Pacifica.
And Pacifica.
Pacifica, yeah, and there were some guys from South Africa and Brazil.
Wow.
So yeah, it was cool like to know that a lot of people. There are some local surfers out there, so you guys probably know them. I didn't get the names, but yeah, it was cool to see like a lot of people from Pacifica.
Representing Pacifica.
That's what's up.
Because that's what it's all about down here: surfing.
Yeah.
And food and art.
Yeah.
And enjoyment of life.
And good beer.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, you know, it was cool. He was. I noticed that in both videos about the Mavericks that they mentioned something about El Nino, and how it's
Yeah, I
coming.
heard
and
that.
yeah, no, I think I know what they're talking about. Like the other day, I was looking at I was Fort Funston over there in San Francisco, and usually there are not like that many good waves. It's not a good surf spot, but the day I went, you know, it was just the waves were just beautiful. There was just a tube just going along the whole entire coast. It was amazing, and they were huge at this spot that normally doesn't get like big. It's not a surf spot at all, but it was that day. So there you go.
Maybe you should go surfing there.
I will die there, definitely.
Maybe you should practice here first.
Yeah, I
here
know.
at Lindemar or Montera.
That's
know.
like the best like spot.
Probably
right?
Lindemar would be a good place for you.
Yeah, I've heard that's
for
like
now.
a good beginner spot, right?
Yeah.
It's like because I know like one side is like kind of like smaller than the other side of the beach, right?
Yeah.
So I'll probably check that out for sure.
Great.
Yeah.
So I guess coming up next we have our juggler sequence,
Oh.
right?
Yeah, I think are these the jugglers from Pumpkin Fest?
I
Or
believe so.
Are they? Is it the English dudes?
I think it is.
Oh,
Are they
hey.
English or are they from New Zealand or
I know they're like their
Australia?
accent is like it kind of sounds
Maybe
a little
South
bit both.
Africa?
Yeah, if I remember correctly, like in their show, they had said that they were from England.
So they're British. Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, and it's quite a bootylicious video, right? One
I
of our
actually
interns
haven't
captured
seen the
some
video, but now that you said
bootylicious
bootylicious, yeah,
footage.
I'm excited. You know, just bootylicious video.
Yeah.
That's quite
They
an
are pretty
adjective.
flexible, so I'll give them that, and strong.
Definitely.
And they've got stamina too, so you're in for a treat there.
Yoga. Everyone should do yoga, and for those surfers watching out there, you guys should do yoga too. It only helps your surfing.
Exactly, the
Yeah.
upper body strength,
And if you
lower
don't,
body strength.
yeah, no,
Flexibility, yeah.
Flexibility is
Flexibility is
so
a big
important.
one.
Yeah.
It's not all about lifting weights and being all buff. That does help, but
It's not even about that. I just get so lazy to stretch.
Oh,
you know, it's just
yeah.
like 30 seconds and another 30 seconds. It's just, I don't know, I'll deal with the cramps and the knots.
Oh, no, you have to stretch.
Does it work if you just get a massage, you know, instead of?
No, that's not going to cut it. That'll help you, but
guess not. All
yeah,
right.
we got to get you to a yoga class one of these days.
Hey, there's ocean yoga.
Ocean yoga.
There you
that
go.
is
Here in
correct,
Pacifica,
yes.
right? I think we did a little spotlight on them too. So if you guys ever watching the show, you'll see that. You should go check out ocean yoga. Definitely help with good technique, and yeah, good for your
Yeah.
spirit as well, right?
Definitely. Yes. Maybe we can have a yoga segment one
That'd
of
be
these
so
days.
cool. Yeah.
I don't think we've had one so
Yeah.
far.
Oh no! you know,
No, yeah.
Surprisingly, I'm pretty flexible. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I usually don't brag about it, but yeah, I think that's the only thing I've been good at, you know, more than other guys. You know, guys are normally not as flexible as women.
No, you're totally correct. I mean, I guess you're blessed in that area that you are more flexible.
I am. Sorry.
Well, we'll have to see that for next time.
Yeah. All right, I'll hold back.
Let's see the jugglers.
All right,
Woo.
let's go. I don't know the Bootylicious.
Bootylicious.
There you go. You guys didn't see that? Yeah.
Well, I was definitely impressed there. That's definitely some feat of strength and flexibility, if anything.
She said Bootylicious, and Bootylicious was delivered. Yeah.
And it was graceful too.
Yeah,
graceful and tasteful.
Looks like he can salsa. Definitely knows how to move.
Yeah, he's got it in the hips for sure.
Flexibility.
Yeah.
There you go. There's that flexibility we were talking about. Look at that strength.
Yeah. So guys, it's not all about the brute masculine ripped strength. You know, it's kind of nice to have some grace and elegance too, like these two gentlemen.
It helps.
Yes,
You know?
it does help.
Yeah, no, they were just doing some difficult moves. I mean, I'm just like impressed when he just starts from like the bottom and then he slowly like raises his legs without like a jump start.
I know.
That's just.
Well, I can do that myself.
Oh, that's
but,
right.
Not in the air, like bouncing on those bowls like he did. But I mean, I'm a yoga teacher, so I've been doing it for a while.
Were some of those yoga moves?
Yeah, all of them were yoga moves. When he was pushing up like that and his legs were coming up and a handstand, yeah, that was a yoga move.
That's awesome. Yeah, I think I would love to be an acrobat as a kid.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you know, Robin, you know, from Batman started off as an acrobat.
Oh.
Could always do cool flips and stuff. And yeah, that's what they do.
So you're gonna run away from home?
Yeah, do some parkour. That's the start, you know.
Little Kevin runs away.
It's the cheapest thing. You don't have to pay for lessons. They just, you know, accept you as your family. Then your parents tragically die, and then you find a rich, you know, billionaire, and he teaches you.
You mean like that sounds like a sugar daddy type of thing to me.
In different contexts. It's all about context, you guys. But yeah, no, and just start fight. You know, they probably fight crime in LA. I know one of them is from LA.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
okay.
actually came up here for, to perform. I think I don't know, one of them lives here? 'Cause
Oh, yeah?
they're brothers, and one of
Okay.
them commuted from all the way down there. And yeah, pretty interesting stuff, don't you think?
Yeah. I would like them fighting crime where I live.
Yeah.
I want them to protect me. So yeah, why don't they just both come with me and fight
fun.
crime for me?
It's so random, I
Be
know.
my own bodyguards.
From
Just follow me
jugglers to
home.
like crime fighting. That's what you get in the coast life.
Yeah.
You never know. And then there was Bob too. Bob, who has been like, he was I don't know if you guys saw, there was a dude in a red shirt doing the handstands, and the guy in the unicycle.
Oh, and he was doing
and this other guy,
the hula hoop on his leg.
It was Bob. Apparently he did some, did some work in Vegas with Circus du Soleil.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so he's got some cool professionals on our street.
Awesome. I've always been interested in taking aerial silk classes.
What are those?
So they're silks and they hang from the ceiling,
Oh,
and
okay.
you wrap them around your
Yeah.
body, and you can do all these cool twists and turns and hang from the hoop upside down, and it's very graceful and very dancey, but it looks elegant.
Oh, a couple years ago, I was doing catering work, and they actually had that at a party. It was awesome. You'd be, walking around with hors d'oeuvres, and there's this, lady just spinning
Oh, that's
around.
so LA. This was probably in LA.
This is actually in San Francisco.
Oh, no way.
Yeah, it was like this game company's, this game app. They were just having an office party, and so they got
Wow.
that for entertainment. It was really cool. But,
Huh. Well, all right. Welcome to the Bay Area, folks.
Yeah,
This is
they-
how we party. We have live aerial silks acrobats.
And good hors d'oeuvres too. The food was good.
Yes. We have the entertainment and we have the food, and that's what Coast Life is all about, right?
Entertainment, yeah. We have a bunch of stuff that we want to be showing you guys. In the next episodes, we'll do some maybe outdoor activities as well. I know in the past episode we showed some skating and surfing, but
Yeah.
I know we do live on the coast and there's a lot of beach, but there's more to it too.
I mean, I'm a little bit of a daredevil myself, so why don't we try something a little more daring, like paragliding or something?
paramotoring. Have you seen that?
Paramotoring?
Yeah, it's like they have this fan in their back and there's like this sail and they're up in the sky. I don't know if you've ever seen
Oh,
them.
I think I know what you're talking about.
I've driven down
Yeah.
the one and just seen them in the air. And
Oh,
it's just
crazy.
like, what? Where do they do this?
We have to find out where.
Yeah. Well, maybe next episode.
But thank you so much for watching.
Yeah, and see you guys next time.
Bye.